first thing I want to do is just true this up a bit. So I'll do the face and I'll do the side. Okay, speed it up. Well, it's about 800ish. Okay, so I've gone over this with a wire brush. You can see the sort of state of it in natural light there, or can you? You know, you can see all this, it's really sort of mottled and there we go, perfect. You can see where all the trees got soft and the thing's been living in it. Where's a big hole? There it is. Right, so there's where the things come out. So, but you can see all this, you see. A bit more to do there, but I'm just going to get this out, and rather than whittle it down to a thimble, I thought I would try and use as much of this as possible, because I've pretty much got the shape down. You can see it against the back wall there. So my original idea was to fill this with a coloured epoxy. So what I did was I tried with a couple of bits. So this is the actual resin with the red cap, and that is the hardener with a see-through cap. So you have to mix these equally. If you want to know more about using resin in projects and things like that, pop over and see Nick at NZ Woodturning. He's a fellow YouTuber, someone that I've been watching for a while, as well as others, but I'll mention others as they sort of crop up really. But yeah, Nick does a lot of stuff with epoxy and sort of putty and that sort of thing, and his projects usually end up all right. So obviously I'm using similar stuff, so it's got to go right, isn't it? I'm wearing gloves and everything. That's usually a good idea, by the way. That's one of his recommendations. Right, so I'm a little bit nervous about this because I've never turned epoxy, so I don't know what it's going to be like going from one surface to the other. We'll give it a go. It's going to take really fine cuts. Just see what happens really. So, face shield on. Found an old gold leaf pen, so what I'm going to do, it probably won't make any difference at all, but there's little sections where the epoxy is just slightly lower than the surface. It'll probably all come off anyway, but what I thought I'd do is just get some of this, cover up where I've got the epoxy. So the idea is to get into sort of like some nooks and crannies. And just get this gold leaf pen. And what would have been better would have been to actually put some sort of gold shavings or something in here. I should have got some from Ed the other day, but you can't, I don't have a bottomless wallet unfortunately. So even if a little bit of this comes out, it'll be a bonus, I think. Just add the odd interesting fleck, because that's what it's all about really, isn't it? Try new things, seeing what works, use what does work, and never use again things that don't work. There's quite a few holes in this actually. This might come out looking weird, but there we go. See, that one's not even filled in at all. Look what's going on there. This might come out interesting, or it might come out rubbish, but we'll find out, won't we? This might be a complete waste of time. Well, it could be what makes a piece. Some interesting flecks in there. Okay, so I tried sanding and it sort of made a mess, so what I thought I'd do is I'll try and scrape it off, this gold off, but it's already going into holes and stuff, so it's quite interesting. See what happens. Here it is, back in the chuck. The wormwood screw is that. Basically, that fits inside the chuck, and you drill a hole in the wood and then literally screw it on so it's really, really tight. And of course, any forces as the lathe turns only tightens it up against the tool, so that's great, but very handy. About 20 quid from Axminster. It's in my sea jaws. So what I've done is, before I put it in a chuck, I've put some tissue paper around, kitchen towel around the outside, just to try and help reduce the marks on the tenon now. And see how it runs. So it runs pretty true actually. I've pulled up devices, so let's just step out of the way, turn it up a bit. Almost about there, so it's going to take it down a bit. Cool. Right, let's try and square off this face and then dig it out. Okay, so I've done the inside. You've got this really nice spalting there on the inside. Just look at that beautiful time to sand it up and put some finish on it. Hello, I have managed to finish the bowl okay. It was a real challenge. I've not turned anything with as many sort of bug holes and tracks in it as that one, and I didn't epoxy the inside of the bowl, which left for very interesting trying to finish it and get it smooth. So it's quite difficult. The inside I probably could have done better. I might even go back to it someday in the future, but for now it will. I'm quite happy with it for now. So it could be better, but you know, I am just speaking. I'm not a professional. So here it is. Here is my latest creation. This is with the bit of wood I got from Ed at Oliver's Woodturning. I agree, that's a lovely bit of wood. And there's the inside. So call it. There's a shape of it. I'll put some pictures up at the end. But that's my first full project. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Get some new projects coming up from me. And I'll see you next time. Alright, take care. Bye now.